Hey, Alicia.
Hey, Jared. Ready to jump into another deep dive here on vibrations and manifestations.
Absolutely.
Hmm?
We keep hearing from listeners, and they are really struggling with this idea of turning their thoughts into reality.
Mm-hmm.
They're asking for, kind of concrete steps, almost like a roadmap
Right.
to make those desires actually happen.
Yeah, that's such a common challenge, and I think part of it is almost like how we're wired. We're
Yeah.
bombarded with so much negativity, both internally and externally,
Hmm.
that it can feel almost impossible to break free from that cycle and actually create something different.
Yeah, it's like we're constantly broadcasting what we don't want rather than
Yeah.
focusing on what we do want to attract.
Exactly. And that's where the law of attraction can be both incredibly empowering and incredibly frustrating.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
hear this idea that attracts like and they think, okay, so I just, think positive thoughts and everything's magically going to fall into place.
Right.
But it's not always that simple, is it?
Definitely not. I think most of us have tried that at some point, like positive vibes only, and then,
Yeah.
life throws us a curveball and we're right back to square one, feeling like we're doing something wrong.
It's like trying to force a square peg into a round hole.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work that way. And that's why I think it's so important to understand the mechanics of manifestation,
Okay.
to go beyond just the surface level slogans and really grasp how our thoughts and our feelings and our actions are all working together to create our reality.
So where do we even begin with this mechanics of manifestation thing?
Well, a great place to start, I think, is with a model called the thought, feeling, action, result cycle.
Okay.
Have you heard of this before?
I have, but for our listeners who haven't, can you break that down a little bit?
Yeah, so it's basically this simple but really powerful framework for understanding how our thoughts actually create this ripple effect that ultimately shapes our experiences.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Break it down for us. How does the cycle work?
Okay, so imagine you're walking through a forest and you come across a fallen log blocking your path.
Okay.
Your first thought might be, this is so annoying. I'm going to be late.
Yeah.
So that thought triggers a feeling, maybe frustration, anger.
Right.
How do you think those feelings are going to influence your actions?
Well, I'd probably try to climb over the log, maybe grumbling to myself the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Or I might just turn around and go back the way I can't, feeling defeated and annoyed.
Exactly. And those actions would then lead to a specific result, right?
Right.
So you might arrive at your destination feeling stressed and out of sorts, or you might miss out on the opportunity altogether because you gave up.
So in that scenario, my initial thought, so annoying, set off this chain reaction
Yeah,
that ultimately led to a less than ideal outcome.
that's right. And the key takeaway here is that your thoughts are the starting point of this cycle.
Okay.
They're the seeds that you're planting in the garden of your reality.
Hmm.
So if you're constantly planting seeds of negativity, guess what's going to grow?
More negativity. It's like
Yep.
those thoughts create this kind of energetic blueprint that attracts similar experiences into our lives.
Precisely. And that's why it's so crucial to become aware of your dominant thought patterns.
Okay.
What are the stories that you're telling yourself day in and day out?
Yeah.
Are those stories empowering you or are they holding you back?
So how do we start to shift those thought patterns? It can't be as easy as just flipping a switch, right?
You're right. It's not about denying the reality of challenges or pretending that everything is always rosy.
Right.
It's about becoming more conscious of the thoughts that we're choosing to focus on and
Yeah.
learning how to redirect our energy toward what we want to create.
Okay. That makes sense. But I think our listeners are craving something even more concrete.
Yeah.
They want to know like the exact steps to make those thoughts work for them, not against them.
Absolutely. And that's where we can introduce some powerful techniques to help bridge that gap between desire and reality techniques that can help you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the outcomes that you want to experience.
Sounds like exactly what our listeners need. Let's dive into those techniques.
So are you ready for some of those tangible tools
Yes.
to help turn those thoughts into reality?
Absolutely. Our listeners are eager for action steps.
Yeah.
So let's get practical.
All right. Well, one technique that I find incredibly powerful is called scripting.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that?
I have, but for our listeners who haven't, could you break down what scripting actually involves?
Yeah, so it's essentially the practice of writing out your desired experience as if it's already happening.
Okay.
So you create a detailed, vivid story, engaging all your senses.
Wow.
What you see, hear, smell, even what you feel emotionally.
It's like writing a movie script, but
Yeah.
for your own life, right?
Exactly. And the reason this is so effective is that it taps into the power of your imagination to create a strong emotional connection to the outcome that you want.
Right.
Our brains don't always distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real ones.
That's so
So
interesting.
the more you immerse yourself in that scripted reality,
Okay.
the more you begin to embody the feelings of already having it.
That's fascinating. It's like tricking your subconscious mind into believing it's already achieved the goal.
In a way, yes. And those emotions, the joy, the gratitude, the excitement, those are powerful vibrations that you're sending out into the universe, attracting similar energies back to you.
Okay, so we've got this powerful tool of scripting, but what about those pesky limiting beliefs
Yeah.
that always seem to pop up and kind of sabotage our efforts? How do we deal with those?
That's a great question, and it's something we all face those things. Those limiting beliefs are often rooted in past experiences
Right.
or fears that we've internalized.
Mm-hmm.
So the first step is to become aware of them.
Okay.
What are the negative thoughts or stories you keep telling yourself? I'm not good enough. I'll never find love. I don't deserve success. Whatever those gremlins are, it's time to bring them out into the light.
Yeah. So shine a spotlight on those shadows and really acknowledge
Exactly.
those
Yeah.
beliefs that might be holding us
Yeah,
back.
exactly. Once you're aware of them, you can start to challenge their
Oh, right.
validity.
Okay.
Are these beliefs actually true, or are they just old tapes playing on repeat?
Right.
And even more importantly, are they serving you?
Yeah, it's like we're doing a mental inventory, clearing out the clutter
I love that.
that's no longer useful,
Mm-hmm.
making space for new empowering beliefs to take root.
I love that analogy. And once you start to question those limiting beliefs, you can begin to replace them with affirmations.
Ah, affirmations.
Yes.
We hear about those a lot, but for our listeners who might be new to this, could you explain how they work?
Yeah, so affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself either out loud or silently
Okay.
to reprogram your subconscious mind.
Interesting.
It's like planting seeds of positivity in the fertile ground of your beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, you might affirm, I am worthy and deserving of all good things.
Okay, so we're consciously choosing to focus on these positive statements
Yes,
to counteract those old limiting tapes.
exactly. And the more you repeat those affirmations, the more they become ingrained in your subconscious mind and start to influence your thoughts, feelings, and actions.
That makes sense. It's like training your brain to look for evidence
Right.
that supports those positive beliefs rather than focusing on the negative.
Right. And this shift in thinking can have a profound impact on your ability to manifest what you want.
Right.
Remember the thought, feeling, action, result cycle.
Yes.
When you start with positive thoughts, you trigger positive feelings, which lead to more aligned actions and ultimately better results.
It's like a domino effect, but in a good way.
Exactly. And here's another key ingredient for successful manifestation: gratitude.
Gratitude, always a good one.
Yeah.
But how does being thankful actually help you manifest what you want? Isn't it more about just feeling good in the moment?
Well, it's definitely about feeling good, and that's a key part of it. But it goes deeper than that when you focus on what you're grateful for. You shift your energy from lack to abundance.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally training your brain to look for the good, to
Right.
appreciate what you already have, and that opens you up to receive even more blessings.
Yeah, it's like you're telling the universe, hey, I appreciate what you've given me,
Yes.
and I'm ready for more.
Yes. It's about cultivating an attitude of abundance and recognizing that there's always something to be thankful for, even when things are tough.
Right.
Maybe you start a gratitude journal, writing down 3 things you're grateful for every day, or simply pause throughout your day and take a moment to appreciate the little things.
Yeah.
A sunny day, a warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a stranger.
Those small moments can really shift your perspective
Absolutely.
and create a ripple effect of positivity.
Absolutely. And speaking of shifting our perspective, mindfulness is another powerful tool for manifestation.
Mindfulness.
Okay.
I'm curious, how does that fit into this whole equation?
So it's about becoming aware of your thoughts and feelings, but not getting swept away by them. It's like hitting the pause button on autopilot and becoming a conscious observer of your inner world.
So it's about creating that space between stimulus and response.
Yes.
So you're not just reacting on autopilot,
Right.
but actually choosing how you want to respond.
Exactly. And when you practice mindfulness, you create a buffer between your thoughts and your reactions.
Okay.
You become less reactive to external events and more empowered to choose how you want to feel and act.
That makes so much sense, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed by negativity. Mindfulness can help create that sense of inner peace
Exactly.
that's independent of what's happening around you.
Exactly. And when you're less reactive, you're less likely to get caught up in those negative thought spirals.
Right.
You can observe those thoughts without judgment and choose to let them go.
Okay, I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together. Gratitude helps shift our energy to abundance. Mindfulness gives us space to choose our responses. Scripting helps us tap into the power of our imagination, and affirmations reprogram those limiting beliefs. It's like
Yes.
we're building a whole toolkit for conscious creation.
That's a great way to put it, and I think that sense of empowerment is key. We're not just victims of circumstance. We have the power to shape our reality, one thought, one feeling, one action at a time.
That's so inspiring, but there's one more piece of this puzzle that we haven't talked about yet, letting go.
Letting go, that's a big one, isn't it?
It sounds both liberating and terrifying, but in the context of manifestation, what does letting go actually mean?
Letting go is about releasing that tight grip on how we think things should be and surrendering to the flow of life.
Okay.
It's about trusting that the universe has a plan even if we can't see it right now.
So it's not about passively accepting whatever happens. It's about choosing to release that inner struggle and focus on what we can control, our thoughts, feelings, and actions.
Yes, and it's not always easy, but it's incredibly freeing when we let go of that need to control everything. We open ourselves up to possibilities that we may have never even considered before.
It's like we're making space for the universe to work its magic.
Exactly. And sometimes that act of surrender, even when it feels uncomfortable, can lead to incredible breakthroughs and opportunities that we never even imagined.
Okay, so we've got gratitude, mindfulness, scripting affirmations, letting go. It's a lot to take in.
It is a lot, but remember, you don't have to do it all at once.
Right.
Start with one or two techniques that resonate with you and make them a regular part of your routine.
Okay.
As you become more comfortable, you can gradually add other tools to your toolkit.
Great advice. Start small, build momentum, and trust the process.
Exactly. And there are two more powerful practices that can really amplify your manifestation abilities,
Yeah.
meditation and visualization.
Okay, I'm all ears. Let's start with meditation. How does quieting the mind actually help you manifest what you want?
Well, when we meditate, we're calming the mental chatter and connecting to a deeper sense of peace and stillness within.
Okay.
It's like hitting the reset button on your nervous system,
Mm.
creating space for clarity and inspiration.
So it's not just about relaxation, it's about tapping into a source of inner power and wisdom that can guide us toward our goals.
You've got it. And when you meditate regularly, you train your mind to be less reactive to stress and negativity.
Okay.
You develop a sense of inner peace that's not dependent on external circumstances, which makes you more resilient and more aligned with the flow of abundance.
It's like building a strong foundation within,
Mm-hmm.
so you're not so easily swayed by the ups and downs of life.
That's a great way to put it. And from that grounded, centered place, manifestation becomes more effortless and joyful.
I love it. Now, what about visualization? Is it just about daydreaming about what you want?
Visualization is more than just daydreaming. It's about using the power of your imagination to create a vivid mental picture of your desired reality. It's about seeing it, feeling it, experiencing it as if it's already happening.
So we're creating a blueprint, a vibrational template for the universe to work with.
Exactly. And the more detailed and emotionally charged your visualization is, the more powerful it becomes. It's about engaging all your senses, sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, to make it as real as possible.
This all sounds incredibly powerful. Are there any tips for making visualization more effective?
Absolutely. One tip is to find a quiet space where you can relax and focus without distractions.
Okay.
Another is to create a regular practice, even if it's just a few minutes each day. And most importantly, have fun with it.
Right.
Let your imagination soar and allow yourself to fully embrace the feeling of your desires being fulfilled.
This has been so insightful. It really feels like we're not just victims of circumstance. We are active participants in creating our own reality.
That's the heart of it. We are powerful creators, and these tools and techniques can help us tap into that power and manifest the lives we truly desire.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today. Gratitude, mindfulness, scripting affirmations, letting go, meditation, visualization. It's a lot to take in, but in a good way.
It is a lot, but remember, you don't have to do it all at once.
Right.
Pick one or two techniques that resonate with you and start there. And I think the perfect way to wrap up today's episode is with a guided visualization specifically designed to help you connect with your manifestation power and begin to bring those desires to life. Are you ready to guide our listener on this journey, Jared?
I'm ready. Let's do it. All right. So if you're listening, find a comfortable spot. Maybe dim the lights, close your eyes if that feels good, and just allow your body to relax. Let go of any tension you might be holding in your shoulders, your jaw, your belly. Just soften and surrender to this moment.
Beautiful. Now bring your awareness to your breath. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the coolness of the inhale, the warmth of the exhale. Just observe your breath without trying to change it, without any judgment.
Breathing in, breathing out, feeling that tension melt away already.
Perfect. With each inhale, imagine you're drawing in pure, vibrant energy, the energy of possibility, of abundance of love. And with each exhale, let go of anything that's no longer serving you, any worries, doubts, fears. Just release them into the space around you.
Inhaling possibility, exhaling anything that's holding me back.
Now imagine yourself surrounded by a warm golden light. This light is filled with the energy of creation, of manifestation. Feel it gently enveloping you, filling every cell of your being with its warmth and
You
radiance.
can see it, this beautiful golden light. It feels so peaceful, so reassuring.
Allow yourself to bathe in this light, to soak up its energy, to feel its power flowing through you. Know that within this light, anything is possible. Your dreams, your desires, your deepest longings, they're all within reach.
It feels so expansive, like anything is possible.
Now imagine a path appearing before you. It's a path that leads to the realization of your desires, to the manifestation of your dreams. This path is unique to you. It's calling you forward, inviting you to step into your full creative power.
I see the path. It's winding and beautiful, and I feel drawn to it like I know where it leads.
As you begin to walk this path, notice how effortless it feels. There's no struggle, no resistance, just a gentle flow, a sense of ease and alignment.
Each step feels so light, so joyful.
And as you continue along this path, notice that the landscape around you is transforming. You're moving from a place of limitation and scarcity to a place of abundance and possibility. You might start to see vibrant colors, lush greenery, or sparkling water, whatever represents abundance to you.
The colors are so vivid. Everything feels alive with energy. It's amazing.
Beautiful. Feel that energy flowing through you, nourishing your dreams, making them grow stronger with every step you take. And know that the universe is conspiring with you, supporting you every step of the way.
It feels so reassuring knowing that I'm not alone on this journey.
You are never alone. And now in the distance you see a clearing. And in this clearing you see a representation of your desire. It might be a symbol, an image, a feeling, or a scene. It's calling you forward, inviting you to step into the reality you've been dreaming of.
I see it. It's even more beautiful than I imagined.
As you approach this clearing, allow yourself to feel the emotions of having it now. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the excitement, the love. Embrace these feelings. Fully let them flow through you. Let them become your reality.
It's incredible. I'm feeling overwhelmed with gratitude and excitement.
Wonderful. Know that you are worthy of receiving all the good that the universe has in store for you. Know that you are a powerful creator and that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are shaping your reality in this very moment.
I am worthy. I am powerful.
Now take a few more deep breaths, anchoring these feelings deep within you. Allow this energy of manifestation, of abundance, of love to become a part of you. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes, bringing this energy of manifestation back into the world with you.
Wow. I feel lighter, more aligned, like anything is possible.
That's the power of visualization, of tapping into that creative energy within. And remember, this is just the beginning. The more you practice these techniques, scripting affirmations, gratitude, mindfulness, letting go meditation and visualization, the more you'll strengthen your manifestation muscles and become a master at creating the life of your dreams.
I think our listeners are going to be so inspired to start taking action after this deep dive. We've given them a whole toolkit of practices, but more importantly, we've shown them that they have the power within to create a reality that truly aligns with their desires.
Exactly. It's not about waiting for something outside of ourselves to change. It's about recognizing that we have the power to change our thoughts, our feelings, and ultimately our experiences.
That's a powerful message to end on. Thanks for joining us for this incredible deep dive into the world of vibrations and manifestations.
It's been a joy. Until next time, keep those vibrations high and remember you are a powerful creator.